Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the 2 to the 3, the 3 to the 4. Oh shoot. I think we are live. All right. Yes. Back at it. Back at it again. Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? This is Nothing But Bangers, aka MBB, aka Bangers, aka I am alive. Yes, that's right. Breaking news: NBB is alive. Okay, I know. Some people have probably been wondering: did MBB retire? Did he burn out? Did MBB die? No, I didn't. Honestly, I just haven't been making content. But we've got a new set, hopefully, allegedly, supposedly, coming out very soon. So I definitely want to go ahead and make sure that I'm ready for that. The first season of Ranked is wrapping up relatively soon, and I am still not even in Ultra Ball because I haven't even been playing. So I will have the games logged just like I always do. So that way we can have all of the data to look back on, the decks that we wished were good, the decks that are just, don't even play them. Don't try this at home. And I've got a new deck that I've been really having fun playing, like without Ranked. So I'm going to go ahead and play that a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. But again, I just haven't honestly been playing. I've been chatting in Discord and whatnot. But I mean, honestly, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I gave everybody an update because I know some people will watch the VOD because I haven't put out any content. And I know some people are watching live. I'll get to the chat in just a moment. But yeah, man, just, you know, obviously there's always things going on in real life that you have to deal with. And so just trying to deal with those kind of things. And then, you know, at the same time, you know, just haven't, like, I feel like anytime I want to play Ranked, I need a stream, and because I haven't streamed, I just haven't played Ranked. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I have like no incentive to play Ranked, like personally, like I like for me personally, to be real honest, like I already know, like I already know that I can play with just about anybody in the game. So it's not really like a matter of like proving it to myself. It's just for the content, really. So I know that I need to deliver, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. And, you know, just try to go ahead and climb as high as I can, play some decks that I enjoy, and give you guys a little bit of entertainment or background noise. And again, I want to thank everybody for letting me be background noise, entertainment. Maybe you take something away from these crazy streams and videos, but again, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't even know what kind of turnout I'm going to have. I haven't looked at any comments. I haven't looked at any numbers for like 3 weeks. So I have no idea what's going on my channel. It's probably dead. But with that in mind, let me get to the chat. I'm on Twitch and YouTube, and then obviously checking it out. So, but what's going on, everybody? Yes. Do I hate the meta? Nah, I mean, it's just like, it's not bad, man. I mean, it's just, I haven't really been playing, you know, on Ranked. I mean, I don't think that the meta is like that bad at all, honestly. I just think that like you just kind of have to play. You have to kind of like be ready to encounter all these Darkrai big EX basics, right? Like, you know, Giratina, Darkrai, Arceus, you know, and like, you know, there's an argument to be made that they all kind of do the same thing, right? Like they all just kind of like tank damage, heal, and then try to one-shot you. You know what I mean? Like, so like I definitely understand like the complaint of people that are playing the game, but that's also why I haven't like played too much of like top meta. And I just realized I'm not even playing the deck that I wanted to play. I'm playing the bad version. Damn it. Well, this is a curveball. So this is Floatzel Arceus, and like, you never want to start Arceus, right? Yeah. I forgot to change over decks. Yeah, it's just research into ball, right? No, I guess it's ball first and then research, because I do kind of want to find leaf to get out of the active if I can. So basically, I have like multiple versions of Floatzel because I just like the card. Jesus, this hand is balls, bro. But like, I just like the card, and I think it's really cool to build around. But like, obviously, this is probably not my favorite build because Arceus is just so like if you open Arceus, you just feel so bad, and that's exactly the first game that I play. That's what I do, right? And I play one leaf to get out of the active for times like this, and I play 6 total basics. But you know, it's just gonna happen. You know, that is what it is. What is this? Infernape? Yeah. So just kind of crappy, but whatever. I just got to Ultra Ball 3. Been a grind. Been using Gallade deck 80% of the time. Nice. W background. Nice. Appreciate you. I love Gallade, but stopped playing because it felt like it wasn't doing very well with Darkrai, Giratina, and Mewtwo. Yeah, I understand that. Gallade has been really strong. I am still like a big fan of, jeez, dude, I don't even want to play this out, man. I just know I'm going to get one-shot by on-curve Infernape, and there's just nothing that I can do about it. Like, it's just like a pointless game. I've always liked Rampardos, you know, personally, a little bit more than Gallade, but that's just me. I really liked Rampardos. And then like before the format even like really got going, was a really big proponent of like that idea of Mewtwo and Giratina being a thing. So that was cool to see that kind of come to fruition. But yeah, man, I mean, like you just see hands like this and you know that there's like basically no way you can win the game, right? Like, and that's why I hate playing with Arceus in this deck, man. I mean, like, it's just like, what do I even do? Do I just sit here and get KO'd by the Infernape and then they just dawn the next turn, attach an energy and win the game? You know, it's just kind of like pointless. You know, whatever. Skarmory and Magnezone are on the come up. Yeah. Skarmory and Magnezone is just it's just really good, right? Like those little like one prize attacking decks that like can put pressure early are just really solid. You know, Irida would be a very nice top deck right here. Irida would be such a good top deck. I mean, I just don't even know why I speak, honestly. Right? Like, why do I even talk? No Irida, no Leaf, no Buizel, and I have what, 6 cards in deck. I mean, it's just like a great way to get the grind started, right? But I mean, again, like this is why I kind of don't like this version of the deck, right? Like it just feels super, and like if I had to read it right here, I would stay out of the one-shot range, right? I would be out of one-shot range. I would be able to immediately KO. All they would have left is a Chimchar, right? It's just like, man, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You know, like it's like just so aggravating, man. I'll draw a Leaf or something like now and just be like, oh well, great, thank you. But like now, I just lose to another Blaine, right? And you know, that's just the nature of the game. I mean, I'm just like screaming it at the clouds right now, really. And I mean, I might as well put an energy here on the Arceus, right? And just, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? But I do kind of like the, how have I been doing this? How have I been tracking this? Lost and first is what it's going to be, right? Lost and I went first. Okay. And then I still have 2 Aritas in my deck and a Leaf, right? I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Like, can you just work with me at all? Like, that would be fantastic. I would just love to play a game where, like, I can actually, like, interact, right? Like, that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for, like, a crazy lot, right? I pass for 3 turns, basically, and yeah, my opponent's sitting there actually being able to play the game. All right, I mean, that's just kind of what the game is right now. And I just lose to Cyrus. I mean, the tool doesn't matter, right? But I do kind of like look at Floatzel as being like another version of Skarmory in some ways. I know it's a stage 1, but the way I look at it is like you need Skarm and Tool to put pressure, just like you need to evolve Floatzel. It's a 2-card interaction. Arita, anybody in the chat, please. Arita 1 time. That's all I'm asking for. Just Arita 1 time, dude, please. There's only 2 cards in the 3 cards, please. Okay, so now the question is, do I heal the Rotom? Because if they Cyrus, right, they can't. Okay. Yeah, it's energy on Arceus, right? And then it's Arita right here. And then it's hit for 20 or 30, excuse me. Take the 20. I'm still out of range of Blaine, right? Next turn, I'm either going to draw Leaf or the second Arita. Those are the cards left, right? And I know they have 1 Blaine left. And I know they have Infernape left, right? So I probably want to use Cyrus and try to take down... I probably want to take down... No, I don't need to, actually, right? Okay, I guess I'd only play 1 Arita. That's what it is, huh? Okay. So... we go Cape here. And then we just have to hope they don't like have Cyrus, right? Like, and they probably like in all reality, like I should lose this game like every time, right? Like the way the game started, the way the game like has kind of progressed, I've kind of like tried to fight back, but I should probably lose this game every single time, right? And the Rotoms, the Rotoms in this game, like the only thing it has done realistically has, and by the way, actually, even if they Cyrus, they actually can't one-shot me, right? Because they need to Blaine as well, right? Anyway, so the Rotoms have only been, there's only, and that has free retreat, right? So they can't even, yeah, this is game. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That Arita was super clutch. And that's also like a big reason why I like Arita, right? So in the Greninja version, I don't even play Arita. But like, honestly, like speaking, why should a water deck have trouble with Blaine, right? Like, that's the other thing to kind of like point out, right? Yeah, that was a sick game. All right, let's play the Greninja version so I can get mad about breaking the Greninja line. By the way, this is the deck list for the Arceus list, and it should look very familiar. If you've seen the Carnivine list, it's very similar. Very similar. So basically the idea is you try to apply early pressure either to the active or to the bench, so that way you can set up your Floatzels, right? So you're either doing it with Rotom or you're doing it with the 20 damage Weasel, right? So the Weasel's hitting for 20, or the Rotom's hitting for 20. And then on the bench, you know, like you're trying to hopefully build up an Arceus to be your finisher. And so you're trying to set up a 1-1-2 prize game, like where they have to knock out either 2 Floatzels or a Floatzel and a Rotom, and then they have to take down your boss Arceus, right? And then you've got double cape to kind of like stay out of one-shot range in certain scenarios with your Floatzels and with your Arceus. And you've also got 1 Rocky Helmet to try to actually like chip extra damage, so that way your Floatzel can sometimes activate, right? Because like there's some scenarios where you open up Weasel and your opponent has like a Pokemon that can immediately start attacking on turn 2 of the game. And so you Rocky Helmet your Weasel and you just pass, right? Because if they attack you, right, they're potentially taking 70 damage next turn for 1 energy, right? If you evolve and attach an energy. So like the deck is like, I mean, it's just like really, like it's a weird deck that can kind of like sneakily kind of put pressure on you. And then, you know, you do have like the Arita to heal. You have the red to kind of fix damage with Arceus if needed for those EX matchups. And then you've got the 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina, and then, you know, the 1 Leaf. I think I already mentioned that. So like it's a pretty straightforward deck. And the way that people are playing this deck is typically with 2 Rotom, 2 Arceus, and then 2 Carnivine. That's typically what you see. But I wanted to try out Buizel because it has a little bit more bulk, or excuse me, Floatzel, because it has a little bit more bulk and it has access to Arita. And it hits a little bit harder, right? Like 70 is obviously more than 50, even though like they're both conditional. So anyways, that's kind of the idea behind that deck. But what I'm gonna play and what I meant to play was actually Grin Floatzel. So this is the Grin Floatzel deck. And again, like you kind of already probably saw it, but like the idea is that, you know, hey, you have your Greninja line to chip damage as well. And then you have your Floatzel to apply pressure as well. And hopefully like be able to trade favorably into all of the EX decks. The other thing that I really like about this is that it actually does pretty well into Meowscarada because it like damage caps the Meowscarada decks at 60 damage in some cases. The trouble that you run into are like just like rogue EX decks, right? Like if they Wug Trio and Misty, you're like kind of in trouble, right? You know, like there's Weavile Darkrai is kind of an iffy one because if they curve Weavile Darkrai, you're just kind of like, oh, well, you're doing what my deck does, but like better, right? So it's a little bit tricky, but again, like the trade-off is you are playing a 1 prize deck. So but again, like the cards that I wish I could fit in this deck are probably like, I probably should try to make room for a Cape or Arita or both, right? The question is like, or the problem is I don't know like what you take out, right? So anyways, those are the decks that I'm going to be jamming a little bit. And I do have like a Magnezone variant, you know. The thing is like, dude, I have a really hard time drawing the Magnezone line. And it's like super tilting. Like when you miss the Magnezone line, you're just like super tilted. So I'm not playing this variant as much as the other two. And you can just see the way it functions like pretty easily, right? You know, you're loading up energy on Magneton. You have Arita to hopefully extend the life of your Magneton or Magnezone, excuse me. And then you've got your Floatzel and your Weasel to hopefully apply early pressure and throughout the game, all for 1 prize. So, I mean, you just got to think, like, one Pokemon is pretty much is a 1 energy, hopefully stage 1 doing 70 per turn. And then the other Pokemon that you're attacking with charges itself and is dealing 110 per turn, right? So, very nice. The cards that I wish I could fit in here, obviously Cape would be fantastic to make my Pokemon a little bit bulkier. You can make the argument I could swap out the Rocky Helmets so that way I could get slightly more bulk. And then you could also make the argument about Red. The thing about Red in all of these decks is like Red does kind of make your Floatzels like slightly worse when you go into those like 1 prize fighting decks, those 1 prize Meowscarada decks, those Magnezone Scarada decks, and so on. So that's kind of like where you'll get into some trouble. Did I change the deck? I can't hit cancel. I hope I changed the deck. I was yapping a lot. All right. Here I am playing another. I'm just an idiot, man. I didn't want to play this deck. '18 trainer Pachirisu going second. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. That's awesome. Like if I actually evolve on curve, I still get KO'd. That's awesome, man. I love it when that happens. Oh, why did I do this? Awesome. All of this is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. Dude, who is playing 18 trainer Pachirisu? This is... This makes me just like want to not play, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna Rocky Helmet the active, right? The trouble I get into is with Sabrina, right? Sabrina makes me give up. Sabrina makes me give up the Floatzel or the Floatzel line, right? So that's kind of borderline annoying, right? At the same time, I could ping for 20 and put this at like pretty much 100 and get it pretty close. So yeah, I think I just go double tool here, right? And I just take my 10 damage, right? I haven't seen this deck once. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is insane. Like, this is like person that must be playing on a budget or something. So respect to them. I don't know. I would probably never bring this deck. But they're playing Pokecom, so maybe it's actually got like Pachirisu and like Magna Zone and stuff. That's probably what it is, right? They just happen to open up with the tool and the Pachirisu. Okay, cool. So again, like in this case, my Bleazel is gonna get one shot because I don't play the best tool to extend its life in this situation, right? And it's just like happens to be weak. And then the other thing that I have to worry about too is if like they Sabrina, right? I'm just kind of like in big trouble. So I actually do have to evolve here, right? I mean, I just don't really have a choice. I missed lethal. Oh, retreat, send in zone, attack. You're right. 100%. 100% that's on me. Yeah. 100%. Oops. %. Just a whiffed play, a bad play, an incorrect play. That's all that is, right? No way to really sugarcoat that. And now I almost like automatically lose. Am I still playing the old Bleazel? Okay. Right. So like I have to top deck the Bleazel. That's on me. Okay. So missed lethal. Okay. Yeah, that's on me, dude. Okay. Yeah, you just go zone and KO the Pachirisu, right? Because you chipped it enough. I wasn't even thinking of that line, right? So I lose here if my Pokeball... Wow! Okay. We were both trying to lose, and my opponent just decided to lose for me. We're not going to talk about that, chat. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to move on to the next game, and I'm going to play the correct deck. How about that? How about that? How about I actually play like the correct deck instead of... Okay. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. Sprigatoni. Pirate, erase that from your memory. Puddle, erase that from your memory. Anybody lurking, erase that from your memory. Nothing ever happened. Jedi mind trick. So this is still deck, right? Dialga? Arceus Dialga? Okay. So you would assume this is Arceus Dialga, and they open up with Arceus going first. The tricky part would be if they have the Healing Shaman, right? The Healing Shaman can make things a little bit awkward. Right? Like that's definitely an awkward card to go up against. Exactly. Exactly. What are you talking about, sir? Erase what? Okay, so we're lining up into an EX deck. We got a decent curve. We're not worried about using Helmet. Mars is definitely a real card for this deck. So we do have to consider that, right? I don't think... I don't think they would Mars. I think they would Sabrina, if anything, right? Do I play around a Mars? Is basically the question, right? Because if I play around Mars now, then I don't have the ability to stay out of range from an Arceus attack. Like later on. Because I can't cape. But I only have one cape anyways. Alright. I only have one cape anyways. And that would be a late game scenario where like I'm trying to survive one extra turn in the late game. So let's just go ahead and take the 10 damage now and see if they have Shaman. And we're going to just evolve and pass, right? Okay. So if they're going to commit energy to the Arceus, that's great, right? Because we're going to outrace the Arceus. Like that's not even a problem, right? Like we never don't outrace the Arceus, and we can just pivot now into Buizel and put it on a clock, right? Like honestly, like the research is great. It's a great top deck, but it honestly just doesn't matter, right? Like our play is already determined here. Yeah. So I mean, we just go ahead and we put the pressure here. Even if they have the Pokemon Center Lady, right? We're dealing 90, right? So we can actually KO through Pokemon Center Lady here. So the fact that they went energy on Arceus probably gives us information that maybe they don't have Leaf as well. But they need double potion or like potion Pokemon Center Lady or like potion cape. They need combinations of cards to get out of this scenario, right? And now we can just start applying pressure to the Dialga that only has one energy, and they're going to take 20 damage every time they attack us. So they're a turn behind. Cape, that's great. That's cute, right? But we're just going to Greninja and start pinging and start going to town, right? Like this is pretty straightforward game plan, right? So I mean, like the big key here is, you know, we curved Greninja, right? Like that's the big thing is we curved Greninja. Without curving Greninja, you know, the game looks a little bit different, but again, like I'll probably be happy playing this matchup like almost any time that I can. The Arceus is gonna be able to come in and immediately like KO and trade a 1-for-2 prize, but I think that's okay, right? So now they're probably powering up the one that's not got damage on it. So we probably want to ping. We're probably okay with them knocking out our Floatzel in the active. And then that Cyrus kind of like puts them in a really bad spot, right? Yeah, I probably just go energy on the Greninja. They can't really Sabrina. I agree. I don't think I see. Why did I just overkill this? Why did I just do that, right? Like now I actually opened up a line where they heal the Arceus on the bench. That was actually really bad. I wasn't doing math. I feel like I don't see Dialga Arceus much. Yeah. So it's just like probably not the move necessarily. Okay, so they play Sky Shaman, so that's okay. Yeah, so we get KO'd here, but then we just go ahead and Cyrus and finish off the Arceus on the bench. But that was definitely a misplay, right? I needed to put 20 on the Arceus on the bench. Definitely a misplay. Yeah, and Sabrina is a KO either way, actually. So, yeah. Okay. Hello, chat. What's up? All right, let's jam some more games. So what do y'all think of the decks? I've played all 3 variants of the Floatzel decks that I have. Are y'all Floatzel fans? Is it a good boy or no? Good boy? Good boy or no? Dude, if I lose, don't I just drop right out of it though? Like, isn't that the bad part? But thank you. What up, Sonic? Sonic Boom. We're just jamming some Weasel and Floatzel decks. Feels kind of like Skarmory, where it can cheese some early, but it might struggle if you don't curve out. Yeah, this Floatzel's pretty cool to use. Yeah, I agree in terms of like, you know, there's definitely some games where you can get into trouble. Dude, Toxicroak can one-shot me, right? I actually need to look this up. It's a 2 energy attack, isn't it? It's a 2 energy attack, isn't it? I probably should not have evolved if that was the case, right? It's a 2 energy coin flip, right? Hold on, let me double check. I think I actually like just put myself in a bad position here. Okay, they need to hit 2 heads. Okay, unless they just like max out their bench. Yeah, that's a my mistake, right? On the flip side, I can draw Weasel, right? So I have 2 research, 2 Weasel, and Pokecoms. So there's actually a lot of ways that I can still just like win the game here. Yeah, but to like elaborate, like Fruit, I agree. Like you definitely. Oh, the game's just over. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks for them, man. Yeah, I won't even waste their time. Let's just go ahead and finish this. But yeah, like there is a lot of there's a lot of the fact that like, dude, yeah, if you curve Greninja in most Greninja decks, you're gonna do fine, right? Buizel just kind of like adds another dimension to it, right? And like the other thing that I do kind of like about Buizel and Toxicroak, or excuse me, Buizel and Greninja is that they have the ability to pivot and attack for 1 energy a lot of the time, right? So like unless it's Greninja, right? But like just being able to pivot in and out and like kind of weave in and out of the active, it feels really nice. It feels really nice. But I mean, yeah, every deck is gonna struggle like when you brick, right? But I think that the fact that it's a 1 prize deck that can stack damage and like snipe, it like gives it the ability to like see a little bit of success. But so this is a matchup where I hate seeing, right? Because they do what I'm trying to do basically like better, right? I think I went first last game. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna research first because I'm gonna need multiple Pokemon to get through this game. Is there any way that I get KO'd here? No. Let's just... Yeah, I might want to set myself... If I can draw a Buizel, right? Okay. So... Let's go here, right? So we try to go here to encourage them to, like, potentially get punished if they attack, right? If they Sabrina, then they're just, like, better than us, right? Like, if they just... flip Sabrina, like they're just better than us. But if they flip a heads right here, okay. So now we kind of have to be on alert for Weevil, right? But the thing is, we can actually pivot into our Floatzel and not feel Terabad. Right? Because they would need Darkrai and it still wouldn't be enough, right? Weavile is 70. So if we put 30 damage on it, Weevil is 140, right? I think the correct play is just always deny the prize. I don't think you give them the easy knockout. I don't think you ever give them the easy knockout. I think you make them have everything. I think you gotta make them have everything, dude. I don't want to evolve. Not sure if you're down to make this later. I've been using Egg EX and new Wigglytuff deck. Kind of slaps. I've just been wanting to put some people on. Ooh. So is it like... so this is Weavile versus Weavile. Pretty much. So... yeah, here's the Weavile. It can't deal the extra damage because I don't have any damage on me. So it's going to deal, what, 10? 30? 30? Okay, so they need Darkrai next turn. Okay, so now we can just go here. Yeah, and then we just hit for 10, right? So it's just like Raid Boss Executor EX with Wigglytuff pretty much. No Serebii. Yeah, so here's the potential Darkrai that puts us in a weird spot, right? Yeah, so now we're definitely in a bind, right? If I had put 60 more damage on this, right? Like say I did... No, I don't think that was right. I think obviously they just go ahead and put the 20 damage. Yeah, I mean double Pokemon Center 82. Like, hey, that's really good, man. Like, You nailed it. You nailed it. You're gonna have Darkrai ready to go before I can finish off. So like they're doing the same thing that I'm doing, but they just have bigger Pokemon, right? So, you know, that's just kind of not really much I can do, right? I mean, so I'm just trying to stall, right? Like that's all I'm trying to do here. I run 2 of each and 1 Celebi. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I just let them have the Buizel, right? I mean, if they retreat, then they have like no energy on their Darkrai, and I'm kind of okay with that in a way, because maybe there's a world where I can kind of come back from that. It's just either way. I mean, it's an uphill battle, right? Like again, they do what I'm trying to do, but better. Like just magnitudes better. And I it's not like I didn't draw cards. I mean, I have like 4 cards in my deck, yeah, and they have 10. So I mean, it's not even like I can sit here and say, "Oh, well, they just outdrew me." No, they're just their deck drew the cards that their deck plays, and you know, it's just kind of better, right? Like the only thing I could sit here and complain about is the fact that I don't have, what do you call it? That I haven't drawn my second Greninja line, right? Like I'm gonna draw Buizel probably before I draw, or Floatzel before I draw my Greninja line. Is definitely a possibility. Cape, yeah, there's the Buizel. So we'll just try to shuffle this back in and get to Frogadier, and then hopefully top deck Greninja, and maybe we can do something. Yeah, we just whiffed there, right? And then they deal 90 damage next turn, and we can't really keep up with that. Oh man. But yeah, this is definitely a deck that I don't want to see like ever. Oh, double Cyrus, nice. Yeah, that was 2 Cyrus, yeah. Yeah, I just don't think I ever want to see that matchup, right? Like, very hard to win. Oh, I guess I should update this, huh? My screen's so small I can't even tell who has energy. They only had, I think they had 2 energy total on the Darkrai that I just KO'd. And that was with the Dawn. So I'm going first again into a Dark deck. Okay. All right, it's got Darkrai. I already have every evolution I want. So let's just research here, try to get more basics. And then we'll slap those on the bench, right? Yeah, so we're going to take 20 right away. We're going to hit them for 20. Oh man, that helmet's not great, right? Like that helmet makes me not want to attack, right? But I think I kind of just like have to, right? I have to make them have the heal card. You know what I mean? You have to make them have the Pokemon Center Lady, and you have to just keep the pressure, right? I mean, there's not really like another option, right? Like me drawing a Rocky helmet just like doesn't even make a difference in this scenario either, right? So yeah, I just hit them for 10 here, and if they potion or Pokemon Center Lady, like like you just shake their hand, right? Yeah, I mean they're healing for 10 with the supporter, right? So like, I think a lot of the time you're just kind of okay with that trade. And then at the end of the day, like they're going to need another Pokemon, right? Cuz you're going to still hit them right here, right? And they can't KO my Greninja, right? So I hit them for 70 right here, right? I think I'm supposed to still just like, yeah, I think I'm still supposed to like hit them for 70, right? Like I know that it's going to put me in range to just get energy attached, but I think I still hit them for 70, right? So they need another Pokemon Center Lady, another Darkrai, right? It can't be Mewtwo, it can't be Giratina. That's not going to be fast enough if I'm doing the math right, right? Yeah, I don't think the Giratina matters. And the other thing is too, I have another Buizel in my hand, right? Or another Floatzel in my hand. So I just send in Floatzel, right? And then I just like KO it. And then they're 3 turns away from attacking me with either Giratina. And like them retreating doesn't change anything, right? Like I just Cyrus it back out. Sure, they get 1 energy here, but it doesn't matter. Right? So like I just keep my Greninja out of harm's way. I send the Buizel in, right? They attach an energy, but they're so far behind, right? Yeah, so I just Cyrus this out. I evolve. Right? Like they really just can't hide. But yeah, you're exactly right, comrade. That sounds so funny saying that. But you're exactly right. Like the thing that this deck does a really interesting job of doing is like it makes you heal without getting max value sometimes. And then the reason why like that's kind of important in a way is like not every deck has the room to play stuff like potion, right? But honestly, like that top deck of Darkrai right there, right? That's actually really good for them, right? Assuming that's the top deck, right? So now, I have to ping this, right? I'm in a weird spot. If I Sabrina, what do they send in, right? What do they send in? Do they send in the Darkrai? Do they send in the Giratina and then just retreat later? Like, I'm just in a weird spot. I think I actually have to Sabrina. Right? I have 4 cards in deck. But I think I just have to Sabrina. But yeah, dude. I mean, Spiritomb. The only reason why I like don't love Spiritomb is because it wastes an attack. Like that's the only reason. And like against like stuff like Dredagon, it kind of like feels bad, in a way. In a way, not always, but in a way. So I'm just gonna ping this, right? And I'll just spread out my energy. There's no reason to attach a tool. I just hit this for 70 and get it closer and closer. Yo, the reward that we're going to get is the highest rank. We finish. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know on that, GD. So they're going to need Leaf, right? And they might waste an energy attachment here. Okay, so that's now the Giratina on the bench is ready to go, right? Okay, so now I have to go ahead and put this back in the deck. It's what we end on? Okay. So I have a 33% chance to find another Greninja. What's left in my deck? Tools. Tools and Greninja. Okay. I have to hit... If I attach the helmet to the active, they can't Leaf and Cyrus. So that sets up a potential knockout. Okay. I just have to top deck the Greninja. Yeah. I think that's the only way that I win, right? Because they already have one knockout. The reason why I run the 70 or the 20 damage Weasel is because the 20 damage kind of matters sometimes. Like the 20 damage kind of matters sometimes. That's the best way that I can say it. Yeah, there is no way that I could avoid that, right? I think I just send in the Greninja that has 120 HP and just maybe I draw Cape and survive, right? Or maybe I draw Greninja. Yeah. So, I mean, I just have to hope that they don't have Sabrina, right? A lot of hoping, right? A lot of coping. If I hit this for 80, it puts it at 30. It's just going to get KO'd next turn anyways. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm just at the will of them either having it or not having it, right? Nothing I can really do there. Oh, yeah, the Darkrai ping, right? Oh, yeah. It's just enough. Tough break, huh? But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the time you're like okay with that. You're okay with playing against that. Sometimes you just get a little, I don't want to say unlucky. I just didn't find a second Greninja, right? Like I evolved, what, 5 Pokemon? Cape maybe a little late. There was a line to tie there. I'd have to look at it. I didn't see it. I just tried to put myself in position to have like it was a 33% chance to win, right? You're going up against arguably, the best deck in the game. You have a 33% chance to win the last turn of the game. I mean, that's decent too, right? Because what was the line? What was the line to tie, right? The line to tie was what? Hit it. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'm guessing it had something to do with like the hell? Dude, what is this? Is this the poison thing? Is this like a poison deck? I don't think they're attacking me first, right? But yeah, I'm guessing the line involves something with the Rocky Helmet and then putting all the damage on the attacking. Oh, put all the damage on the Giratina potentially, right? I guess that was the line. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, and like with poison, I don't even mind because I'm like usually evolving. Usually. Usually. But yeah. It was either, I have 4 cards in deck. Do I think that I'm gonna hit Greninja, or do I just like go all in on the tie? You know what? Maybe the tie is right at like higher rankings too, right? Like if you're trying like not to fall as fast. So 10 poison tick, 20 from the Giratina ping, or from the Darkrai ping. Yeah, I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to evolve, right? Like I just played double research, so I can't even complain, right? But obviously when you play double research, you expect to evolve at least like once. But so they have 2 coin flips. Darkrai, poison. Second. Maybe tie. Okay. I put that in the notes, by the way. I put that in the notes. Okay. Dude, that was 5-headed play, right? Poison my active, flip heads, right? And then Sabrina, the other another Pokemon into the active, and then flip heads again. Like, dude, that's some tech play right there. I did not see that coming. Did they heal too? Oh yeah, and the heal. Let's go, dude. I did not see that coming. That was some next level gameplay. I mean, Cyrus. Right? Cyrus just like puts me in such a weird spot. I only have 1 cape, right? Yeah, I think I just like hard bricked the Greninja line, unfortunately. 7 cards, 2 Frogadier, 1 Pokecoms. I think I just kind of bricked. Even though like I drew a bunch of cards. Because like I have to cape, right? Like maybe I should have just hit for 10 or hit for 20, right? And then evolved the Floatzel on the bench, right? Oh, I timed out anyways. Yeah, I think I just scoop. Okay. Oh shoot, dude, that is 3 Darkrai decks in a row though. Oh shit, dude, I'm about to D rank. Shoot. Shoot. But yeah, that was the thing. Like if I probably should have just evolved the one on the bench. I don't know. I needed to move faster though, and that was a problem. I didn't move fast enough. All right, Dialga going second. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I honestly, dude, like, I just need to play better too, right? Like, if I play a bunch of if I play a bunch of Darkrai and I just like don't play good, it's more just like me probably like not playing good, right? Which is kind of a problem. Just play better, bro. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to evolve here yet, right? I deal less damage, and then they just heal it away anyways. I guess they have to find something to ramp is the issue. Oh, well, there's research, so. Well, crap. I'm about to drop out a Ultra Ball because I played bad in back-to-back games, huh? Yeah, I mean, I just retreat here, right? Oh no, there's the Arceus. We'll shoot. We'll shoot. Yeah, I don't think this is good for us, right? I think the biggest reason this isn't good for us is just because, like, not only do they play Potion, right? They also play interesting. They also play Shaman, right? So like, it's kind of a double whammy. It's like, not only am I having issues with the fact that they are gonna like continuously heal throughout the game, it's that it's also like they're still able to play supporters, right? And they're healing as if like they didn't even need to play the supporter, right? So like, I mean, I could Pokecoms here, but it doesn't really change anything, right? You know, you just kind of look at the card quality here, and like my cards are just like not better than these cards, right? So, oh well. Let's not waste time, huh? Oh no, I demoted. Oh no. Yeah, that's what happens when you go on 4-game losing streaks though, right? Like, I mean, that's just on you more than anything, right? I've won 4 in a row. I lost 4 in a row. That's a lot of basics. Sweet. My Pokeballs are all dead. Nice. Dude, please be against Darkrai. Yes. This is fantastic. Yeah. I think I'm about to tank my rating. I don't think that there's really anything I can do about it, right? Like, I have 2 dead cards in my deck for the rest of the game. Unless, like, they just happen to, like, Mars. I think I just lose. I guess if I Pokecoms one of the basics back, maybe Pokeball isn't so dead. It's probably like the only thing that I can really bank on. Oh no, I gotta update my screen, dude. I demoted. Oh no. What is this? What is this? Yeah, I mean... me putting on cape doesn't mean anything, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, if they didn't have potion, I would have KO'd it already, yeah? Hey, at least I have one dead Pokeball. Yeah, even if I top deck Weasel here or Floatzel here, like it's just like a pretty uphill battle. I just unfortunately, man, just losing a lot. Just losing all the games. Yeah, I don't think there's a point in wasting time, right? Let's not waste time. 5 in a row, baby. Yeah, I probably just shouldn't play the deck anymore, right? I probably shouldn't. I've only won 2 games with it. I'm 2-5 with it. I see why people are playing Meowscarada, though. Oh, sweet, dude. Another dark deck. Let's go. I can't believe, like, I think I actually, like, had to change decks to Meowscarada. I haven't played one game with Meowscarada. But out of... Oh, it's a grass deck. Dude, I am blind. I am blind, bro. My eyes are terrible. Yeah, I mean, I guess I get another basic out of my deck, so I don't feel bad drawing it. Because I just keep... I play 4 basics. I just keep opening a lot of basics. So... Maybe I should play a deck with more basics. Or like no Pokeballs. Yeah, I mean, and I'm playing against a deck that like also isn't very real, but they heal, right? So they're just gonna heal my damage away. Because they have Ericas and probably potions. So I don't think this is a great matchup either. But like I got, you know, this is another good example though. I did mention like it just loses to like random rogue EX decks, and this is like a great example, right? Like you're not ever building a deck and thinking, man, I wonder what my Serebii Superior matchup is. You know what I mean? Like you're just never thinking about that because the deck just like doesn't really exist. But you know, here I am playing against it, and it's probably like somebody who doesn't like play very often, right? And they're just yeah, playing a deck that they have, right? But yeah, I mean, I think we just scoop, right? I think we just play the deck until we like win a game, right? Because it doesn't, it's like I don't want to sit here and like not play the deck just because like I'm playing against like decks that are just kind of like beating me. I'd rather just like stick it out. If I tank my rating, who cares? Like, but I think that's probably like the biggest reason why this deck probably like has like a limit as to how good it can be, right? It's not like it has a strong matchup into the field, right? You're just like, you're sort of decent into like those like 3 and 4 basic EX decks unless they just draw super well, and you know, like you'll like live with that. But on the flip side, yeah, I just want to get basics out of my deck the way that I'm playing, or the way that I'm drawing basics right now. Yeah, that stinks. I just traded 10 damage for 20 damage. Am I going for Master Rank? Well, yeah, that's why I'm playing. It's just like not gonna matter whenever you're not playing good enough. Mr. Video, is great to see you live streaming. Thank you. Yeah, I'm alive. I just haven't been making videos. Want to try Leafeon on Mythical Executor? No. Like, not at all. Hello, sir. How many points to be in Master Ball? I don't know. I just searched for your channel today. Hey, nice. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, I would love to hit Master Ball, right? But I just not playing very well. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, I have to get damage on this. Otherwise, my Weasel is just like not going to do anything, or my Floatzel's not going to do anything next turn. And if they have another potion and Starmie, like, you're just better than me, dude. I can't do anything. But I'm playing against old decks, man. And I can't beat them with this. Have you tried Gyarados Manaphy with Articuno instead of Palkia? Made a super grind? Nah, I haven't. I haven't played Articuno. I have not played Articuno. Yeah, I mean, I just YOLO and try to find Greninja, right? I don't think there's really another option there. I versed, wait, are you talking about like the non-EX? Talking about the non-EX Articuno? Gotcha. So just like all like, okay, yeah. I see what you mean. Nah, Gyarados is really good though. Like if you're trying to like play with like real decks, Gyarados is really good. All the Darkrai stuff is like, you know, decks that you can win with. Rampardos, fantastic. All of that. Yeah, dude, this deck is like legitimately from another format. I mean, there's nothing I could do about that, right? Like, they don't even need to potion. They're probably better off just like putting energy on the Starmie or Staryu on the bench, right? So that way, if they draw Starmie, they just like win. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's just no way I win, right? Man, is that 7 in a row? Dude, maybe we can make it 10. Maybe we make it 10, chat. Do we lose 10 in a row with the deck? It's not even like I'm playing against like good decks either, man. Just deck isn't good enough. But yeah, after what I've seen, probably just better off playing Meowscarada, right? I think that's probably what I'm better off playing. I haven't done any videos for like 2 weeks, but that is the video that I would love to do. I just haven't sat down and done it. But yeah, I would love to do top 15 cards before the new set gets the trailer. I haven't played one Meowscarada deck. I've been playing Floatzel. Just because I like playing it. And ironically, it lines up pretty well into Meowscarada. Like, ironically. Yeah, I mean, I'm just setting myself up to get KO'd by a real Lu, right? Or by Lucario, but at least I'll have to commit 2 energies. I mean, actually, like, they can just evolve the one on the bench, right? Yeah. I think the only thing that I don't enjoy about the Manaphy decks is like you're kind of like forced to open Manaphy, or like a lot of your games are just kind of like suboptimal, and that feels kind of bad. But what's the right line there? Like at some point, your deck has to kind of like bail you out, right? Because this sets me up to at least draw Greninja. All right. I get rid of the Marshadow, yeah? If I don't get rid of the Marshadow, I'll have more energy. I can maybe take 2 prizes. Like, what do they send in? What do they send in? Yeah. I get rid of this, right? To be honest, after Ultra 2, I had a trashy time grinding. Didn't enjoy it that much. I relied on Misty Flips a lot. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's a grind in Ultra Ball. Definitely not. Like, you know, you have to play something that's, like, really, really good, right? Okay. That might have been the wrong line, right? The correct play might have just been to, like, send in Bleasel and chip the Marshadow, right? I chipped the Marshadow. Probably the best way to approach that. Because now all they need is Rampardos, and they can pretty much sweep, right? And that's just like... Yeah, I mean... I probably did not make the right line, right? Sabrina, Cyrus, Rampardos, right? I probably didn't make the right line there. I'm going to use the restroom after this, though. Yeah, I don't... That was very... My deck bailed me out, right? All right. Yeah, I mean, all right, not, dude. Whatever. I'll finish this out. I just like the cards, man. I just like the cards. I got stupid lucky that game though. That's probably the all my luck from this stream piled into one game. All right, some grass stack. Okay. I think in Ultra Ball 2 or Ultra Ball probably switch to something like actually meta. Yeah, this is going to be a very tough game if I don't find like other basics. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, I'm just... I probably should put the deck down. Like, there's no reason for me to sit here and fight when I could just sit here or when I could actually like play just better decks, right? It is just I don't even know if I can outpace the Meowscarada. Damn, dude, quit drawing cards, man. You've drawn enough cards. Please stop. 5 cards ahead. Chill out, man. Please. Please. I'm begging you. Alright, well. I should have played the helmet because they're going to evolve and attack. I should have played the helmet, right? That guarantees me being able to deal enough damage. Dude, please. Game, don't. Like, 4 cards in their deck. I have 12, man. I have 12. I have 12 cards in my deck, man. They have the Meowscarada. The debate there was like, do you deny them getting the prize? That's the debate, right? They don't have room for hill cards in this deck though, right? So like that's kind of one of the good things. Alright, so I have a lot of cards in my deck. I don't need to put more damage on my carry, my late game carry. I just need to draw the Floatzel. Unfortunately, did not draw the Floatzel. Yeah. Dude. Hold on. I gotta change this. I just lose to Magnezone next turn, huh? Yeah. I guess the only play I had there was go into... Yeah, I mean, you can't be at a 4 to 12 card difference. Okay. I think I just have to... I unfortunately have to not play the deck. Like, I think that's just the only unfortunate, like, conclusion. And it sucks, because I enjoy playing it, but it's just, like, not good enough. Like, ultimately, you just can't play it, man. Like, that whole game was just, like... I had 3 energy on my Floatzel, dude. That's crazy. I've never had that happen. I don't want to play... I just don't want to play other stuff, man. Like... It's just... I don't know. I mean, everything is screaming, just play Meowscarada. Except, like, what, one game, right? Yeah, I mean, I just... Whatever. Whatever. But it's not even like this fixes anything. It just gives me better matchup spreads, right? This is so dumb. Yep. I mean, yeah, there's no reason not to play it, but you just have to play. Yeah, I mean, I think you just play the 1/1/1. Yeah, I guess I can play the other Weedle, huh? Yeah. Alright, it's not like I'm multiplying into another... I might as well take the 20 damage. Alright. Okay. Sorry, Floatzel. You were a good boy until the shuffler just shit on me. Blame it on the shuffler. Okay, you were a good boy until the shuffler just said no. 5 and like 8. Yeah, I mean it's just not a good, not good numbers, right? Can't play a deck like that. Can't try to climb and play decks like that. All right. Yo, what's up, J Boogie? There's nothing you could do to make that. That would be a good counter, even though good matchups. Yeah, I mean, you just if you're playing Meowscarada into Darkrai and Giratina, like you're usually taking that every day that ends in Y. You know what I mean? You just yeah, sometimes you get a little unlucky. But yeah, you take that just about every time that you can. Mr. Conte, bro, hope everything's going well. Thank you. Yeah, man, just you know, sometimes you gotta do stuff in real life, and I haven't. Yeah, I just haven't done a good job of doing content, man. But much appreciated. I miss putting out bangers for you guys, and hopefully I can do that. Yeah, I think that's a reason why I wasn't too greedy with like calling for friends, right? You know, next turn I'm just gonna Erica and Meowscarada and try to win. Like, that's all I'm gonna try to do. Yeah, they're just hoping that I don't have. That's crazy. I must have some bad luck because anytime I try to counter it, usually it's too cheap to beat. They sit back, do damage, stack up energy, swing big, and they do it quickly and consistently. Yeah. Yeah, like sometimes, like I said, man, like sometimes you're just unlucky. You know what I mean? Like that's just like, unfortunately, the way the game is sometimes. But you know, a lot of the time you'll be okay with like, you know, taking those matchups. But yeah, if you're playing Meowscarada, I mean, a lot of the time you should feel pretty good about the matchup. Like in this game in particular, okay, I have 10 cards in my deck. My opponent has 7. The only supporter I've played is Erica. My opponent has played Research, Double Ball, Leaf, and they've hit Darkrai. Right, so like, you know, they drew about as well as they could, and it's still just like, doesn't even matter. Just because of the matchup, right? Yeah. I agree. Like it's okay. So, I mean, they do need help, right? Like, for example, you do have to like have healing cards, right? Like you do have to like find red in some matchups. Like there are some things that have to go their way, but like if you're playing Meowscarada Beedrill, like, and you know, get paired into a bunch of people that are playing, oh shit, fire. Seen one fire deck this entire session, man. Yeah, I mean, just sometimes, like I said, sometimes you're just unlucky. It's not that they're lucky. It's that your average draws should beat their average draws. But, like, yeah, sometimes that just doesn't happen. And that's either because, like, you bricked on, like, your Meowscarada line, or they just happen to draw, like, one of their busted hands where they can just immediately apply pressure. Whether it's, like, Darkrai into, you know, Dawn, or Darkrai into Giratina and they went first, you know, like, there's all sorts of ways it could go wrong. But, like, for me right now, I mean, I'm just going to lose to on-curve Charizard unless I can find a way to, like, disrupt the Charmander, right? It's pretty, like, straightforward. Like, hitting a coin flip right here on this Kakuna would be the turbo nuts. It does what, 40? Okay, so they can't KO the Kakuna if I fail. Okay. But, like, again, they already flipped 2 heads, so it doesn't really matter. Especially depending on what Charizard they play. Did they just Iono? Word. I drew one of the only dead cards in my deck, unfortunately, too, right? Iono double research. For fuck's sake, man. I mean, just one time it would be super dope to not just, like, have the absolute nuts get drawn against you. It would be nice. I mean, I just have to hope they don't have it. Right, like, hope you don't have it, right? Like, yeah, I mean, hope you play the new Charizard. Right? Hope you don't play the Apex Charizard. Dang, they play the Apex Charizard. Snap. That's probably not good enough because I can't protect myself from Sabrina. Right, like that's I can't play around Sabrina. I was hoping that I could get the stage 1 right there, but I mean, let's see, Clotire's 2 energy to attack, right? The catfish. Yeah, 2 energy. Yeah. 2 energy beat me on the spot. Yeah, so I just have to... I have to Sabrina. Oh, both my Pokeballs are dead. Man, dude, I say that way too often. Yeah, there's the Clodsire. Oh, they had the X speed. Word. Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything about that. How do I have more cards in my deck when I played Research and Thinned? That's crazy. What? Oh, I didn't play Research. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean... Not really another option here, pal. Is this the... Okay. Yeah, not really another option here, pal. I think you, I mean... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to cape the Weedle. I think I'm supposed to do that, right? I think I'll save my supporter. I think I'll save it since it doesn't do anything right now. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Man, it's gotta be nice, bro. It's gotta be nice. Like, I don't know what it's like, but man, I'm telling you, it's it's gotta be nice. Paralyze one time for the one time. Shoot. Oh, sweet. One of my dead cards. Thank you. Needed that. I needed that, pal. Dude, my opponent is playing all the dark Pokemon. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. That cape totally matters. If I didn't have red, right? Dude, what? I have no words, chat. I mean, I truly... I'm going to draw Beedrill and Pokeball. Like, I truly have no words for what we are witnessing right here. Like, I'm not tripping. This is weak to grass, right? So this is a one-shot? And then I just red and win the game? And they wasted how many energy to retreat? Isn't that 3? They can't even attack, right? What? Oh, man. Well. That's crazy, man. I don't know that I don't know what to say. That's crazy. Hey, thank you, Vive. I don't know if it's VV or Vive or Viv, but much appreciated. Thank you so much. That was a crazy throw, right? Jeez. Well, you know, I've been here. All right, full disclosure. Full disclosure. I had like a whole new idea for like streaming early in the day Central Standard Time. I was ready to do it, and then I just like didn't. And yeah, I just been chilling really. I mean, nothing crazy. The craziest thing that happened to me lately is that I have to repair my air conditioner for my house. And damn, dude, not Weavile. And it's like it's like $2,000. So like I'm like figuring that stuff out behind the scenes because like it's almost summer where I live. And the summers get just like during July in particular. June is pretty bad, but like June, July, it gets pretty rough. And dude, there's just no reason to put the tool on. There's just zero reason to do that. And like, you know, just YOLO. And I mean, like, I guess if you have the nuts, you have the nuts. It doesn't matter, but There's just so many reasons, like, you don't have to do that, man. So like I'm like trying, like I've been having to like have appointments at my house and like get this thing looked at and try to get to my home warranty. Oh my god, I'm gonna get wombo comboed. Okay, yeah, you win. Congrats. I can't beat Don wombo combo, right? So like, yeah, that's been like the biggest thing that I've got going on. That's like really deterred me from like doing a lot of content. And honestly, I've just been doing a poor job of like keeping up with it, and it's legitimately just my fault. I mean, there's no other way to like really look at it. Damn, dude. Yeah, and where I live, like it'll get to like, you know, 80s, 90s Fahrenheit, but it's the humidity that's really bad here. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom. I don't know, and I'm just gonna keep jamming games. Dude, people be like scooping way too quick. Right now it goes up to 95 Fahrenheit. Jeez. Yeah, like basically like I live in the south, right, of the United States. So it, like the thing that it happens here is it just gets really humid. So it'll get like 80 or 90 and it'll feel like 110, right? Or 100 and something. So like that's the thing. And I bought my house in 2019, and basically, oh no, is this a mirror match? And basically, I haven't done a ton of maintenance. Oh shoot, I haven't done enough maintenance on my air conditioning unit over the years, and there's like a thing that went wrong with it that is like really major, and my home warranty wouldn't cover it. So like, obviously I'm canceling my home warranty. So chat, if you ever go buy a house in the United States, first of all, you may have a home warranty. If it's free, definitely keep it, okay? I'll tell you that right away. If it's free, like keep it, right? You get like a year or whatever, keep it, okay? But I'm going to warn you, all right? They're going to try to get you to re-sign. They're going to give you all these offers. They're going to say, hey, we'll give you 3 free months, 4 free months. And what I would tell you is don't extend the home warranty. That's what I would tell you personally, okay? Now, none of this is financial advice, all right? It's just my experience. So... yeah, because they will do whatever they can to not pay anything, and that's kind of the problem. Damn, what a slow roll on the Shaman. I love that. What a good slow roll, dude. Hell yeah. I love being slow rolled. It's tropical where I live. It's like it's hot like all year. Nice. I guess that means you got like a beach or something. That's dope. Beaches are dope. Dude, they had the nuts, man. They had the absolute, like, nuts opener, right? Like, there's nothing I can do against this. Yeah, I just fight back, right? I mean, I could have attached an energy, searched. Damn, dude, double research, and you already have the nuts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I can't Sabrina. My Sabrina's dead, right? It's alright, flip heads right here. We're back in it, baby. We're back in it, baby. Yeah. Yeah, air conditioning always, yeah, for sure. So, like, you know, it's a good idea to, like, maintenance or maintain your unit, right? Research Cyrus. Nah, that's pretty good. Well, hey, I am very sorry to disappoint anybody that was looking forward to seeing some content and then never getting any. Yeah, man. I mean, I do apologize. I hate letting people down, but I'm hopeful that you know, I can be back in the swing of things. I hate looking at any numbers or like analytics of my channel. Like, it like freaks me out. So I just like don't look at it, but I'm sure that it hasn't been good for the channel either. Don't I just automatically lose now? Did they just rocket grunt me? Is that what that was? Crazy, bro. All their trainers have been absolute bangers. Unfortunately, I can't really do much. Right. Yeah. Oh well. What I don't even know why. I went second, right? Yeah, I went second because I took 50 right away. Oh no, I went first. I'm an idiot. Oops. Alright, now I'm going second. What? Drudagon, huh? You what, mate? This is like a Dark Zone or something, yeah? What is this? Nice, nice. Cape when it doesn't matter. I feel that. Sometimes I just cape for no reason too, man. I'm just like, dude, screw it, I gotta use it. You know, like I respect it. I respect it to the max. Okay, okay, okay. So it looks like I'm gonna take 20 next turn at least, right? Alright, I got all the Meowscaradas, dude. All of them are in my hand. Let's go. Meowscarada is chilling. Nice. I completed all the diamonds? Dang! Nice. Congrats. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. So the question is, will they draw a second Dreadagod before I draw my Sabrina? That's the question. Alright, they drew a Giratina. This is just Giratina Darkrai Drawd. Oh no. Okay. What was the last card you had to get? Oh, the EX, yeah. It's like the most EX we've ever had in a set or something like that, too. Oh man, they drew the second Dread before I drew Sabrina. Okay. Alright. I don't know what that accomplishes, but I'm down. I guess I can Cyrus now? I don't know. Oh man, yeah, I honestly just like don't really enjoy playing games like this either. It's just like a long, drawn out, just boring, 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 boring. Damn, dude, I drew more cards than them and they still drew. That's crazy. Oh, it's because I've been thinning my deck with Pokemon. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I should update that. I'm going to be Ultra Ball or Great Ball again after I lose this, so it doesn't matter. Like they're just gonna leave anyways. What do you think of saying all stage 2 Pokemon is not good enough and the meta gets countered if your opponent runs 2 Mars, 16 trainer, Giratina Darkrai deck? I mean, sure, right? Beedrill EX and Babarrel. Shout out Babarrel, dude. I mean, look. The only reason, like, here's going to be the biggest complaint of the game, right? The biggest complaint of the game is going to be that the game revolves around big basic EXs. Like, that's just kind of the nature of, like, what it looks like, right? And so whenever you have a bunch of, like, big basic EXs, you don't really have time to play stage 2 decks. Sweet, dude, a dead card. And so, like, that is kind of like where a lot of people are coming from with that criticism, right? And so, like, for the foreseeable future, the game is just going to continue to be kind of, like, ruled by really big basic EXs. Dude, this is so boring, bro. I mean, this is just so boring, dude. Like, this makes me just, like, not even want to play the game. It's just so boring, dude. Like, I don't even care, dude. Just win the game, man. I don't care. Just win. Win the game. I'm fine with it. You win. You got it. Dude, I'm live for like one more game because I cannot stand playing games like this, dude. It's just like paint drying, bro. It's just like paint dry, bro. Like, it's just so boring. Like, will there ever be a stage 2 Pokemon that's going to be meta? I mean, Meowscarada is meta. It's just like people are climbing with Meowscarada in Magnezone, right? People climb with Gallade. People climb with Rampardos. So, like, they are meta. Now, are they ever going to be as dominant as, like, the big basic EXs? Is like, I mean, you can't. You just can't unless there's something like a rare candy, right? Like, rare candy, like, sort of evens the playing field, but then it creates a whole nother set of problems. And so, like, that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do there, right? Do you make it to where stage 2s are super busted because of rare candy? You know what I mean? Or, like, you know, do you just kind of like say, you know, we're just going to keep making bigger and better basic EX Pokemon, right? Like, so I mean, that's kind of the big issue, right? Dude, what a boring ass game, man. But I think like there's already decent, I don't want to say like, you know what I mean, busted or anything, but there's like decent stage 2s that line up into the meta. It's just that like it's hard to be the best deck whenever there's all these big basic EXs that are just really good, right? Like Giratina is probably the best card like in the game so far. That's probably what I would say. In every set, they just keep outdoing themselves. Like the last time a basic EX wasn't maybe the best card in the game was Mythical Island with Gyarados, right? Maybe Space Time Smackdown with Raid Boss Executor, right? And the reason why those decks were good were because they were busted stage 1s that had incredible stats. Or they were busted stage 1s that were incredibly consistent, right? Like there was not a real weakness for Raid Boss Executor, right? The deck that like it had like a 60% chance to curve Executor EX, right? At least in some cases, right? Sometimes it had like even higher. And so, you know, it's either going to take really, really busted stats on a stage 1, or it's going to take really, really busted stage 2 that just can like sweep, right? You can play Iono, Pokemon comms. You can go all in on just getting out one stage 2 and it can sweep. Like if that becomes a thing, that'll be better than the basic EXs because people will just build the entire deck to stall and draw into the stage 2 that you can't answer. But like right now, there's not like a legitimate stage 2 that does that, right? Like Charizard is close, but you have to like have a lot of energy, right? Gyarados is a stage 1, but like it's close, but it doesn't deal enough damage, right? Meowscarada. Meowscarada is a good pound for pound card, but it can't go toe to toe because you can't win with just one Meowscarada against every other EX deck, right? Like there's other EX decks that look at one Meowscarada and they say, okay, well we can get past that. We play a one prizer that can deal with it, right? But like, you know, a lot of the decks that we're seeing right now, like there's just like not a global answer to every EX deck that a stage 2 answers. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this too. Like it's not that I don't like I don't want to say that like I don't like the game, right? It's just that basic EXs put the threshold for being playable so high that a lot of other cards are just invalidated by it. Does that kind of make sense? Right? Like you can print all the Barrel EXs, Clodsire EXs. Here, let's pull them up. You know, you can print all of these cool stage 1 EX, Aerodactyl. You know, even Weavile has a little bit of an issue keeping up, right? But like you can print all of these EXs that are, you know, stage 2s and stage 1s, but ultimately, if you can't deal with, you know, a Palkia, if you can't deal with Arceus Dialga, if you can't deal with Darkrai Giratina, Giratina Mewtwo, then like your deck just can't really, it can't be the best deck. Like that's kind of the best thing to say it, right? And like if you were to say, okay, what's the best deck? Well, the best deck is going to play some form of Darkrai, Giratina, or Mewtwo. It's going to play a combination of those, right? Some people will even get away with playing Arceus. I don't think that's really like probably what I would do. I would say like I would stick to those 3 EXs. But like, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the state of the game. And then you have decks that just like hard counter them, but then lose to other rogue decks, right? So like it is balanced in a way, right? Like it is balanced in a way, but the main the criticism would be, yo, dude, these EXs that y'all are putting out that are basics, their stats are too good, and their attacks are like also really, really good. And, you know, if you wanted to have a critique of the game and say, dude, the game, all the decks are the same, like you have an argument. Like all the decks are build up a Pokemon that can one-hit KO your opponent's Pokemon that one-hit KOs. Like that's the game in a nutshell. And so like, yeah, you would love to see different varieties and ways to win, you know what I'm saying? And like ways to like play the game. And like that's kind of why like I enjoy stuff like Floatzel. But yeah, I mean like right now, if you wanted to sum up the game in like very few words, you would say Pokemon Pocket is dominated by basic EX Pokemon with big stats and boss attacks that try to one shot you. That's what they try to do. And so how do you counter that? Okay, so we have the statement, what the game is. The game is kind of fundamentally solved by basic big EX Pokemon. So how do you beat them? Well, now you counter them with your own big boss Pokemon that one-shots theirs. You know what I mean? Like you go about it a different way. You may use Manaphy. You may use Meowscarada. You may use Rampardos or Gallade. But in essence, a lot of the decks are trying to accomplish the exact same thing. Put out a big boss Pokemon that can one-shot everything your opponent puts out there. And it just so happens that the basic EXs do that the best. You know what I mean? Like that would be kind of my breakdown of the game of Pokemon Pocket. Now, how do you change that? I'm not a developer. You know what I mean? Like I'm not R&D, so it's hard for me to say it, but like some ways that you could address it, you could make stage 1 and stage 2s have bigger stats. You could make them have a better consistency card, right? You could make more counter cards like Sudowoodo. I guess that's probably the best example of, you know, more cards like Red, right? And just like have more ways to directly answer those EX Pokemon that are basics, right? Maybe cards that say your opponent or you can't take damage from basic Pokemon, including Pokemon EX. Like maybe that's a card. I don't know. But like there's other ways to address the problem. I guess the main players in the game, but we just don't know how they're going to do it, right? And so I don't know. That's kind of like the way that I view Pokemon Pocket. If I was like forced to like write down and like make an essay or like make bullet points as to like the state of the game, right? But hey, thank you, Luis. Good to see you too. But I mean, again, like, it's not like I don't like hate the game or anything. It's just that I recognize to play at the highest level and to like climb in ranked and stuff like that, you know, at some point you do have to like either do one of the two things. You either have to play basic EX dot deck, or you have to play I counter basic dot EX deck. Like, that's just the nature of the game, right? Like, and you know, that just is what it is. You can love it or hate it, you know. I don't know. Is that too much? Am I off on that? Like, that's just my view. That's one person's view. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's other people that are smarter than me that have played way more times and played way more games of Pokemon Pocket than me. But that's just kind of how I view it. But I'm not like burnt out or anything. I just recognize like, dude, if I'm going to climb, I have to play a certain deck and then I have to jam hundreds of games, right? Like that's just the only way that it's possible. And, I've only played 130 games. So it's going to take me a while to get to anywhere near this level, right? But like I said, man, there are cards in the game that are pleasurable for me to play, and that is, why I choose to play some of the decks that I play. Totally relevant Rocky helmet there. Nice. Before you play your research, makes 100% sense. And then a pass. High quality play. Bro, I probably sound so salty. But I promise they're just observations, okay? That's all there is. They're just observations, chat. I think Pokecoms is supposed to be in this deck. Because, like, with how much you're thinning your deck of, like, Pokemon, it makes sense to, like, play Pokecoms. That's kind of something that I've noticed. Do I have Erica? I do. Okay. If I fish one more time, it might make my other Pokeball dead, or it might give me Kakuna. It's a 50-50, yeah? Oh, no, it's a 33% shot. Okay. I don't... Yeah, 40... Yeah, it makes sense to go ahead and start swinging here, right? It makes sense. But I probably should have attached the energy to my active, right? Sprigatito. Dang, what a deck, dude. Okay. So there's the last Sprigatito. So we're going to play Meowscarada here, and then we're going to heal, right? Yeah, we have to heal because this can hit for 90, right? But they probably have their own Erica, too, so that's something that kind of sucks, right? So we might have to retreat. What do you want to see in the next expansion? Honestly, surprise me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have anything that I have in mind. Like, would it be cool to see stuff like Tool Scrapper or cards that deal with tools? Would it be cool to see, rare candy? I mean, I don't know. Sure. I mean, there's a bunch of cards that could be cool to see. But we'll just have to wait and kind of watch and see what they decide to do. Six cards in deck. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just hit them for 60, right? Their Celebi is going to be able to hit for a lot of damage, though. If they have Erica right here, right? Like, that makes things really awkward. Yeah. Because now their Celebi is going to have 6 energies. What do you guys want to see in the next set? How about that, huh? What do you want to see? How much does this do? 70? Yeah, man. I'm just gonna lose to a deck from Mythical Island because I just have no answers, right? Like, I'm not. I have no answers to these cards that my opponent is playing, right? Yeah, my last research and my Kakuna and my Meowscarada are just buried in my deck, unfortunately. So let's see. Disables tools, more anti-EX cards to the Wudos, Meowscaradas for different types, more cards like red that only hurt EX Pokemon. Huh. Watch me draw Meowscarada. That would have been painful. Yeah, I mean, I just try to cut this off, right? I flip heads, right? Maybe cuts off the Serebii from doing so much damage. Damn, dude, I haven't flipped one heads on any of my Kakunas for 7 games now. That's crazy. For 7 games, dude. Man, what a shitty deck to lose to. At least the trend of Superior beating all the other grass decks continues to be true. It's kind of funny. A playable electric card that actually needs electric energy in its deck. More supports for stage 1 and stage 2. Dallas says rare candy. Dallas says set the world on fire. Bring us rare candy. Out of all those, I would say I'd thumbs up to all those. Like, I would be happy to see all of those. That would be very... I think that would be fun. Dude, somehow my music gets muted. I feel bad. Nice, nice. Double... Dude, nice. I completely... bricked and my opponent scooped. I mean... fun and interactive. Fun and interactive. Spricatito. For specific tools, I would love to see Focus Band. I would love to see Focus Band. And like I might be a little bit of the minority there. Might be a little bit in the minority there. But I love Focus Band. I think that card is insane. So I would love to see it. Now, would it be good for the game? Okay, I mean, like, that's like a whole nother subject, right? But I would love to see Focus Band, man. That would be so funny. And like, for those who don't know, like, Focus Band is flip a coin. So it's a tool. When your opponent gets knocked out, or when your Pokemon gets knocked out by an attack, okay? So it's got to be attacked. It can't be like Greninja, whatever. But when it gets knocked out by an attack, basically, chat, what do I, hello? When it gets knocked out by an attack, you flip a coin. If you flip heads, it survives with 10 HP. So, like, it's the ultimate comeback card. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, my Pokemon's knocked out. But wait, I flipped heads. You know what I mean? It's got that call an ambulance, but not for me kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I would love to see Focus Band. Because to me, okay, look, the game has coin flips as is, right? So why not have some fun with it? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Why not have a little bit of fun with it and just say, screw it, man. Screw it. You know what I mean? Like, we'll do it live. You know what I'm saying? And, man, do I retreat right here? No, I have to keep thinning my deck, right? Oh my God, I forgot to attach an energy. But anyways, so I would love to see that in Pokemon Pocket. And then, you know, I say right now, like, the game would be way different with it. But I say, like, why not, man? Just bring Rare Candy. You know, like, I'm down with it. Like, might as well. You know, we already have. We see the state of the game. Everybody kind of understands it. It's been like that for a couple of metas now, right? Where, like, big basic EXs have been, like, really, really strong. So, I mean, like, dude, why not, man? Why not just go all in and let's just do it? You know? Let's just have Rare Candy in the game and let's just go all in with it. You know, like, why not? Oh, dude, people are going to rage about coin flips and make zero mistake, dude. Zero mistake. Make zero mistake about it. Focus Band would tilt so many people, but it would be absolute cinema. Like, I cannot stress that enough. It would be absolute cinema. Like, it'd be so good. Could you imagine watching the finals of a Pokemon Pocket tournament and somebody flips heads on a Focus Band and they're, like, back in the game? That would be nuts. It would be nuts. Oh, man, I think I just lost to that. I think I just lost to a Kakuna Heads coin flip. Oh, no. Dude, that's crazy. They really did the thing there, huh? Eight games, 0 heads on my Kakuna, so all good. Dude, I think I just lost to a Kakuna coin flip. I think I just lost to it. I mean, what's the point of me using red right here, right? Like, if they're gonna Beedrill or if they're gonna like retreat Cyrus, like I can't really do much about that. Dude, what? Oh my god, dude, how do I lose the decks like this? Oh my god. Oh, pain, bro. Pain. Just pain. That's all I can say, man. I mean, you just hit me for 80 and make me keep putting energy on this, right? I'll never get my Beedrill ready. And then like I don't think I'm in a good spot at all, man. Yeah. Like, you're taking forever to just play cards that are just like pretty straightforward. You retreat, you Cyrus, you attack. Like, it's not, I don't know why they're doing what they are doing, but like, sure, you know, if that's how you want to play the game, then that's fine with me. I mean, I don't understand it, but obviously I don't need to understand it. And you didn't need to give me 2 points there, right? Dude. Dude! Oh, what? I haven't played a single research this entire game? How do they have room for a second Cyrus in this kind of deck? It's got to be another Erica. Another Erica, for sure. And then like maybe a Sabrina is what I would guess. I think no, I want an Erica now because I might need to red or Cyrus another turn, right? Dude, this deck is like, losing to decks like this just like takes your soul out of your body and just like makes you sad. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, so there's the Sabrina, right? So I just send in the Sprigatito. Okay. My deck is trolling me. Research to get my last... Look at that. Look at that. Can you believe that? Can you believe that those are actually the cards that I'm drawing in this matchup? I still find this like a million times more engaging than that matchup I played against Darkrai, Giratina, Druddigon. I find it a billion times more engaging. Like, that game is just like soul draining, bro. Not even soul crushing, just soul draining. Yeah, I think the misplay they did was like was not denying the 2-prizer, right? All right. Insane. Insane. Just ugh. All right, BRB. Give me a sec. All right. But you know what, dude? That person's having a lot of fun playing the game, and we shouldn't discourage that. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly, if you're playing double Rocket Grunt, Leafeon, Beedrill, Meowscarada, like, dude, you are living your best life, and nobody can take that away from you. So, you know what? I don't even mean any disrespect. GG, man. GG. Okay. How many games did we play? 4, 8, 13, 16, 22. 22 games. Yeah. I think I'll pause there, right? Is this 10 games with Meowscarada? We'll end on a win. I don't really feel like playing. Yeah, we went what? We did pretty decent with Meowscarada. I think like that was easily the best deck over volume, right? So yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna take off here and go chill and catch all around in Discord and chat in the comments. And yeah, hopefully I can put out a video. I think I'm gonna work on a video like right now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me work on that. And again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, hanging out. Obviously, I thought y'all were asking some incredible questions, especially after I took 2 weeks off. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, I would love to do this like as like a full-time job. I really would. But like, man, it's just so hard to fucking get this going, to be real with y'all. But I really enjoy it when I do get a chance to at least stream with you guys and play games and like cast with you guys. And again, I can't thank y'all enough for like at least like supporting me by being here and by watching this stuff. So I thank y'all so much. And you know, I love the fact that you guys are here. I love the fact that you guys support me. So thank you guys so much. And I hope that I see you again very soon. And I will work on a video. I promise. But appreciate you all. And I will catch